Hola mis serenitas, welcome to my channel. It's your girl Chiquita Serenita, and today we're doing a review and tutorial and swatches of Colourpop Sandstone Palette. Now you guys, I don't have the whole collection. You guys already know if you watch me for a while. I only buy what I'm gravitated towards, what I'm interested in. I don't buy the entire collection unless of course I want the entire collection. This is not PR. I pay for my own stuff. So I only buy what I want. Hopefully whatever I bought is something you're interested in and you want to see it, you know. Hopefully I do help someone in that way. I always think about that. But if you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Sarah. I like to call myself Chiquita Serenita. You guys can call me whatever. I don't care if you guys call me Chiquita, Serenita, Sarah. Let's get started, you guys. I want to start with the palette. The palette comes like this. The packaging is very, very pretty. It gives me this like rustic Native American vibes all the time. Like, I don't know, I see this pattern and I just automatically think that. It kind of reminds me of Arizona. We went to Arizona one time when I was young, and they had a lot of like just a lot of little Native American shops, stuff like that, and you go in there and you see this pattern and it's automatically, that's what I think about too. So I love the whole entire design of it. It has this very peachy, beautiful peach color and gold trim. When you open up the palette in the back, because both sides are pretty much the same, they have the names in the back right here. It says cruelty free. It has all the names, shade names, pressed powdered palette. When you open her up, she has no mirror, but these are the tones in here, right? I feel like that first entire row, given, not counting these two shimmers, right, don't really work for someone of my skin tone. I'm thinking Vortex would be fine, but like Quest Crew, Open Road, and Big Bend. Big Bend is definitely white with micro glitters in there. It's like a cream white, sort of. This one's more like a light, super light peachy tone with micro glitters. And this one is just like this light brown on the yellow brown side. And then it has micro glitters too. Now there's a ton of micro glitters in here, you guys. If you're not a fan of the formula of Colourpop's micro glitters, matte with glitters, you know, definitely do not recommend this palette. There's a ton in here. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that's more matte with glitters than I've seen in my other palettes. That's pretty much, this one takes the cake. And I'm not saying I hate it, but I'm sort of not a fan of it, because when I start to apply a matte with glitter, all of the glitter flakes off onto my cheeks, and then all that's left there is the pigmentation of the color of the formula, you know, like the shadow, and then the matte part of it. That's it. So I'm like, okay, what was the point, Colourpop? What was the point? I lost all the glitters. I lost all the little glimmy glitterness. The whole point of me looking like a magical fairy, I lost it all, and it fell on my cheeks. And now it's like, it looks like a second highlighter, even though I have no highlighter on right now. I have no blush, no highlighter, but yet you can see this little glittery sheen all up and down my cheeks. Like, that's the glitter that fell off, and I couldn't clean it off to save my life. So it's there now. But like I said, I'm still good with Pueblo right here and Bell Rock, because those are shimmers. I use that one as my inner corner highlight today. I am in love with Westward, you guys. Westward is like this olivey, intense, metallic green. It's so freaking beautiful in person. Canyon Lube is this, I want to call it like a rich peach orange. And it has micro glitter, which I'm still okay with because it's such a beautiful color. Spring Valley Oasis, I used that today, you guys. And let me tell you, she does not show up at all. Not only did the glitter flake off, the yellow powdered away. You could see it like fluffy away as I was putting it on my bottom lid with a brush. I even tried wetting the brush and I could not get her to stick. But that's just one. I'm not going to judge it for just that one. This one, Desert Sky, I used on my overall lid. She is so flipping beautiful, you guys. So beautiful. Not even joking. She's like this duochrome green with a shift, like a gold shift. So I'm going to leave the swatches for later. I want to talk about this first. This is a cream shadow, right? They had like about 3 of them, I believe. They all had like little shimmer glitters in there. This one, the one that I got, is called Prickly Poppy. It is the brown shade, and it has a lot of little tiny glitters throughout it. Now, when you put your finger on it, it melts on your finger as if it's some kind of cream, almost like I want to call it like a chocolate, It melts like, you know how if you're holding a piece of chocolate, it starts to melt in your hand, and you start to get like indentations in it from the heat from your hands right there. That's what I feel like this is. It has this kind of leathery smell for some reason. That is the shade right there. I wasn't impressed with that, you guys. See, on this eye, when I first started doing this eye, I decided to use this as a base to this eye. I thought maybe it would help intensify any color or shades that I added on to this eye, but it didn't do anything, like nothing. If anything, it made the powder shadows harder to blend on this eye. I had so much trouble with this eye with all the colors that I applied on this eye that I was starting to get so mad with this palette, and I was just basically chalking it up to trash. I was like, what is wrong with me? Like, first I get the crappy Jack, and then I get the crappy Sally, and now it's like, Colourpop, don't let me down. Because I was getting all bummed out. I was like getting ready to get rid of this thing because I was like, oh my god, I got another dud. But then I decided that in the tutorial I explained that I did not use this on this eye, and it was like 1,000 times better. So if you're gonna bother, I'm gonna tell you guys, don't even bother with this. That's just my opinion. Don't bother buying this. It's crap, and that's just my opinion. If you want it, I highly recommend that you use it on its own. This is perfect for some of you that only like to apply one shadow, like one color. Boom, you're done, right? This is for those. For those of you that don't apply 5 or 6 color on your eye like me, okay? If you're a multitasking bee like me, and you be adding like 6, 7 colors on your eye or whatever you can jam pack in your eye, don't buy this. Don't even waste your time. It's not worth it. It's not worth your coins. The formula is, it's not like MAC Paint or Pop, whatever the heck people are saying. It's not like that at all. Now, I did buy 2 of the cream gel liners, you guys. I believe they had 3 in that collection. I just bought the green one, which the green one I have on my eye, and you can't even tell because she basically blended so much with all the other greens that I have on my eye that you could not tell she is even on there, right? But I'm going to give you guys little quick swatches. So I did use her across, like a line across, and I used her as an eyeliner, and I pointed her into the back, like pointed the 2 lines together, right, to make like a corner. And then I did not like how it came out so much that I went back in with my black eyeliner. Maybe I'm just so used to my black eyeliner that any other type of eyeliner I just get put off from. That might have a lot to do with it. And then maybe she's just born with it, you know. Maybe it's Maybelline. No, I'm just kidding. It's just, I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I feel like it didn't make a whole difference. I would still recommend these because they're so pretty in person. Now, another thing that I want to point out, that this one says Colourpop BFF Cream Gel Liner, and it says Red Rock on here. It has all the little information, right? My green one did not come with that. So this one has a packaging mistake, like I did with my Jack, you know, like I'm on a roll right now, you guys. I'm on a roll with this crappiness. So, I need anybody who's sending those ugly vibes to keep them to yourself, please. I don't need them. I have enough shit going on. So, this is the Wild Cat, which is the green one on top, right? And then the one on the bottom is called Red Rock. I am loving Red Rock, you guys. That is such a beautiful color in person. It's a straight up matte. And the Wildcat is like a metallic olivey green. So it's very pretty anyways. And then I bought 1 Lippie stick, you guys. I have never tried their Lippie stick formula, so I'm really interested in this. I have nothing on my lips right now, and I didn't want to wear anything until I tried this, right? I got High Cows because I saw the lip swatches online, and I was like, I'm not going to bother with Coyote Ugly and all the other ones. 2 of them looked exactly the same. I said, I'm only going to buy 1. I don't want to buy the entire collection. This one looks super pretty, though. I'm going to give you guys an arm swatch, and then I'm just going to do a lip swatch as well. This one looks like a berry tone red, sort of. Looks pretty still. And this is why you can't trust like swatches on non-pigmented lips, because on the person that I saw, and I saw at least 2 different people try on this same lip color. On them it looked like a deep wineberry, so freaking beautiful, right? And I bought it based on that. And now that I'm looking at it, it looks like a muted mauve color on my lips, because my lips are pigmented, so they look way different. I don't know. I think it's just okay. Definitely it needs a lip liner, in my opinion. But it's not ugly. It's very comfortable. It's moisturizing. Somebody said something about a matte X, but it's not drying right now. It might dry in a couple of seconds, maybe. Right now it still feels very moisturizing. It feels like a satin. I can still move my lips. It feels like a satin. Maybe it is going to dry down eventually, but right now it's not drying for nothing. So let's move on to the swatches, you guys. I'm going to start with Big Bend right here, and I'm going to go clear across until we get to the end of the eyeshadow palette, okay? So first we got Big Bend, and Big Bend, like I said earlier, is just like this very, I thought it was a vanilla, but actually now it looks more of a, sort of this yellowish vanilla tone. That is 2 swatches right there. And it has a bunch of clear micro glitters throughout it, you guys. Then we have Pueblo. Pueblo is such a pretty. This one looks like a Super Shock. I'm pretty sure it's a Super Shock. It looks very sheer undertone. And it has this very clear yellow gold shimmer. Look at it. It's very pretty, you guys. It's just very sheer. It does not have that intensity like a normal shimmer would. And then you have Open Road, which is another very light peachy yellow tone. It's a matte with glitter as well. I'm not impressed with these micro glitters, you guys. It's like crazy. Not that good. And then you have this light brown matte one. And then let me do another swatch, you guys, because it's very light, but it looks like it's buildable. It's definitely buildable. Then you have Quest Crew, and this is another matte with glitter. This one's such a caramel brown. Definitely there is a color difference between those two, you guys. Obviously one's a matte, but this one looks more of a brown beige tone. This is more of like a brown caramel tone. Then we have Bell Rock. Bell Rock is the one that I use as my inner corner highlight. She is a shimmer. She is very beautiful in person. Definitely can be built up as well. So pretty. Then you have Westward, and this is a metallic olive green. This is that one that I used. That one right there makes the entire palette worth buying because it's so beautiful in person. And then you have Red Earth. This is another shimmer. It's very pretty. I'm going to add another swatch to that, even though it doesn't need it, but that is such a beautiful color, you guys. Then you have Canyon Loop. This is a matte with glitter. It's a dark, really dark, deep orange. So beautiful. Spring Valley is another shimmer. It looks like a metallic bronze one. Bronze reddish tone almost. So beautiful. Then you have Oasis. This one did not work for me. I'm just letting you guys know that even though I'm swatching it and it looks yellow, it did not come out like that on my eye. This is 2 right here, 2 swatches. If somebody has gotten that color to show up that intense, please let me know in the comments and let me know exactly what you did, because I was patting it on and the glitters kept flaking off, and the yellow was very light yellow, like it did not come out as good. And then I even sprayed my brush down. I like tried as much as I could to get that color to show up, and it just did not work for me. So if it worked for you, please let me know it did, because maybe it's just me and it did not work for me. Next you have Desert Sky. This is such a pretty color in person, you guys. It is like a duochrome. I want to say it's like a green, and it has this clear brown and gold shift to it. This is a second swatch. Such beautiful color. Then you have Blaze, and Blaze is a dark brown with glitter in it. I'm going to give you guys 2 swatches. That's 1. This is 2. So pretty. And then Recharge is a brown. This is a light caramel brown with glitter as well. So that's 1. This is 2. Then you have Wild Creek, and this is a bronze shimmer. Very pretty in person. Almost like a burgundy reflect. Then you have Big Beauty, which is spelled B-U-T-T-E, and I want to call it Big Butt, but it's Big Beauty. This is a matte red tone. I want to call it like a red clay color for some reason. It's so beautiful. That's the one that I use for my transition shade. She shows up more orangey on my skin tone, but she still shows up, which is what I care about. So then you have Grounded, which is a brown matte. That's her right there. She's very pretty. Then you got Templeton, which is a dark maroon brown. This is the one that I used for my corner right there. So that's 1. And this is 2 right there. So that's pretty much it for the swatches, you guys. I do want to let you guys know that I'm going to start doing a giveaway. I'm pretty much going to have it up. The post is going to be up by today, hopefully. I can remember and I do it. But I'm giving away for my 600 subscribers. I'm giving away the Morphe Main Event palette. And I'm going to be picking the winner. I'm going to have it on the post. I'm not 100% sure, but it's next Friday. And I'm not 100% sure what day it is, if it's the 16th or the 17th. But the post will have all that information. And, you know, you guys know I already do all my giveaways on Instagram. I never do them on here. It's not a requirement for you to be subscribed to me on here, but it is a requirement for you to be following me on Instagram over there. That way, I have a direct line to check, like to basically message you guys and let you guys know you win, okay? I'm not interested in having a whole bunch of followers on Instagram. I just need a way to communicate with you, and when you're not following me, it's that much harder to get a hold of you. Believe me, I had someone who entered my giveaway, won, and then I come to find out they're not following me, but I still made the effort to send them the message. And since when you get a message from someone who's not following you on Instagram, it just says such and such wants to send you a message, and you choose whether to ignore it or not. Well, she never answered, so she didn't get to win. I had to pick someone else, you know, and I wasn't going to wait forever to do it either. So just letting you guys know, it's for your benefits, not so much for me. I really don't care how many followers I have. I'm not doing that for this, you know, for that. And you have to live within the United States. You have to be 18 and over, or at least have permission from your parents. That's all I really care about. I am not liable once it leaves my hands and it's shipped out for any property damage, stolen packages, none of that stuff. That is just, it's in the universe's hands once it leaves in here, okay, you guys? And when I pick you guys, I will send you a direct message on Instagram, and you have basically 24 hours to respond to that message, or you forfeit all rights to the prize, and I will pick another person. Believe me, I always have a backup, so. And I will be making sure you are following me in general, okay? I do have something else that I'm going to be giving away to you guys. Let me show you guys. So I'm also giving away the Morphe Madison Beer Channel Surfing Artistry Palette. This is a very neutral base palette. It's very pretty in person, you guys. If you guys seen it, like there's been a ton of reviews on it and stuff like that. So people in general know, you should know what this is about. It's very neutral. I'm going to open it just to show you guys the colors in here are very pretty. Look. It's perfect for anyone who does, you know, everyday looks and stuff. If you're not big on a whole lot of color, because I realize not everybody's a colorful person like me. I like colors, but sometimes I gravitate towards neutrals too. And just, if you guys are not familiar with this palette, just be on the lookout. I will be doing a review on it because I have my own, of course. I have my own little one that I got for me, and the brush set, and then like a lipstick. So this one will be your guys's, and just be aware that just the same rules apply to this one as they do with that other one. And you guys can have the choice of entering both giveaways or whichever one you feel the most drawn to. That's completely up to you. I will have 2 separate posts for, you know, each different palette. So if you comment on one, because that's one of the requirements, I forgot to mention that. Comment, I love it, I like it, whatever. It doesn't really matter. Just your comment is your entry. So I have to know that you want it. Just say, mine, I love it, I want it, I like it, please let me enter the giveaway. It doesn't really matter. Comment, like the post, follow me, 18 and over, or have permission from a parent, and I'm not responsible for damaged stuff, and you have to live in the US. Those are like the main rules. The post will have everything that I'm talking about right now. And you can enter both giveaways or just one. I really don't care. It's completely up to you guys. So that's pretty much it, you guys. Other than that, if you guys want to see how I created this look today, just stay tuned. Okay, you guys, for my first color, I went in with this dark, deep, I would call it like a terracotta orange. It's called Big Beauty. Of course, it's spelled B-U-T-T-E, so I automatically want to call it Big Butt. But it's Beauty. I know it's pronounced Beauty. So it's a matte. That's the one that I use as my overall lid. Before I use it, you guys, I want to point out that on this eye, I did end up going in with Prickly Poppy. This is a cream shadow from this same collection. It has a bunch of micro glitters in there. It was my idea to use it as a base to see if it could be used as a base. And then halfway through the eye look on this side, I didn't like how it was coming out. And since I don't know if it's 100% because of the shadows, maybe the quality of the shadows in this palette particularly is not working out for me. And then it just occurred to me, you know what, it's probably this not working well friendly with that, right? So I'm not going to add it on this eye. I'm just letting you guys know that it was added on this eye. I don't think it's going to make a huge difference if I don't add it on there. If anything, the eye look might come out 1,000 times better on this eye than it did on this eye. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to add none of this. I'm just going to go straight to the color that I used as my transition shade. And hopefully this eye, because I didn't like how this one turned out, and I was like completely put off. If I go by what I feel from this eye right here, I'm not liking this palette. So I'm trying to give it like a second chance to redeem itself by not adding that cream shadow, and let's see, hopefully it works out better. But that's what you guys are going to see me do, right? So for my next color, you guys, I went in with this color called Desert Sky. Let me tell you guys, this color is so freaking beautiful. It's like a green with this gold shift, like a gold brown shift. It's very pretty on the eye, but like I said, I wasn't really impressed with it on this eye, only because I started to notice it like change a bit on me. I think it's versus when I have the lights on, I actually like that color a lot more versus when I was doing it, you know, pretty much dark in this room and I didn't really like the color combination. Now I'm liking it a bit more now that I'm seeing it in brighter light. I think it had a lot to do with that cream to shadow foundation. It wasn't really good. The way it just, I think it just like messed with the whole formula of the entirety of this palette. Like it did not work well together. They don't play well together, you guys. So that is the color I'm going to use, and I'm just going to pat it all over my eyelid, okay? So for my next color, I went in with this one called a Templeton, and it is like a dark matte. I want to say like a maroon brown. I wasn't really impressed with that color at first either, because as I started using her, and I'm telling you, I'm like 85% sure, I'm pretty sure it had to do with this. So I'm going to see on this side. So far on this side, I'm liking the whole thing, how it's coming out. It's coming out 1,000 times better on this side than it did on this side. And I'm pretty sure it had to do with that cream shadow. So I just basically applied that brown and a little bit down here halfway like I normally do, a little bit across the way too. And then, so that's what you guys are going to see me do. I'm just going to put it in like I normally do. And I'm pretty sure because the way things are looking on this side is way different from this side. And I'm liking this side a little bit better. So let me do that, you guys. So for my next color, you guys, I sadly went in with Oasis right here, and it is a matte with glitter. I honestly don't know what to tell you guys right now. I'm going to do a combination of two things, right? I'm going to put that one on for the sake of keeping it how I did it on this side. But I did go over that color with something else. Because when I started applying that, not only did all the micro glitter start flaking off onto my cheeks, the pigmentation was not there. I built and built her up to the high heavens, and I could not get her to show up to save my life. This one, I don't know why. I even tried wetting the brush, for God's sake. So it's not like that I didn't try with the dang color. I did. And she did not show up. Like, you guys are going to see. You're going to see me applying it just like I normally did. And I applied it with the yellow, and I tapped it on. I patted it on really good. And it showed, but it did not, like, show. Okay? You could see her very, very tiny little bit, and it wasn't, like, impressive. It's not like you could tell I had yellow on my eye, which is the point of yellow, right? To tell you have her on your eye. So, after I gave up on her, I went back in with Westward right there. And I just basically, he is like a matte, khaki green, sort of. Very pretty in person, like 1,000 times pretty. So I just basically just like put them into there right there as much as I could with my finger. I did use a little brush at one point trying to like blend him into that brown that's already there. So you guys are going to see me that. You're going to see me try to put the yellow on so you guys can see for yourself that it clearly did not work. And then I'm going to go back in with that green so you guys can see that too, okay? So that is what I'm going to do. So for my inner corner highlight, you guys, I went in with this color right here called Bell Rock right here in the corner. It is a very pretty highlight. I honestly couldn't make up my mind which eye corner to use, but that one does a pretty good job. I'm not complaining about it. So that is what you guys are going to see me do. I'm going to pat it in with my finger in the corner. So you guys, I also went in with the cream gel, the little gel liner one. I used this is the red one. I used the green one. So what I did with the green one, it was so freaking funny because in the end I didn't like it. I don't think it showed up as much. You can't really tell I have it on it. In my opinion, I can't tell. So I used this one. This is the green one. It's called Wild Out, I believe, or something like that. It doesn't say on here. How weird. It doesn't say anything on the packaging. What the heck? So I'm supposed to just guess. It says Wildcat. This one is Wildcat. It says nothing on the packaging. It is a very metallic olivey green. Very pretty. So what I did was I put it across my lid. And then I also used it as an eyeliner. And I like winged it out. And then I went back with my black eyeliner because you couldn't even tell I had that sucker on. So I was like, this is useless. It's pointless. I mean, you could very, very faintly see it right here and across, like hardly anything, you guys. I'm still going to do the exact same thing. Like I said, I'm not going to skip anything just to make it sort of match this side. But I'm pretty sure you guys are going to see it very, very little, if anything, you know. So that is what I'm going to do. I also used it in my waterline, and in the waterline it looks so beautiful too. So that's what I'm going to do. So that's pretty much it, you guys. I'm not going to put any eyeliner back here in the black one. So you guys are going to see that very hint of green. I just basically made it into like this, you know, pointy right there. And then on this side, you're going to be able to see it very vaguely because I have that black eyeliner on there. So let me just put on some mascara and I'll be right back to give you guys a close-up. So this is the finished eye look today, you guys. Hopefully you guys like it. I'm actually... I'm liking this eye a lot more because I don't know, I think things were just more harder to do on this eye because this one had the cream shadow base and this one had nothing, and this one just was more effortlessly. So definitely, I don't know what to tell you guys. So let me back you guys out and give you guys my final thoughts on this palette. Okay, you guys, I'm back, and I have to say that although this is a very pretty palette, I like the color story and everything. I'm not a crazy fan with the micro glitters at this point because of the fact that, like, the thing that I experience with the Oasis is they always flake off. They flake off onto my cheeks, and the matte formula sometimes still works. Like, I have no problems with my other palettes that have micro glitters. The pigmentation of the color is still there, but the like, the glitters just fall off. And I've heard that there's several things you can do, like if you can use a glitter glue to keep the micro glitters on there. But honestly, I've never experienced that. I've always had Maybelline shadows that have micro glitters in there, and the glitter's always stuck. I didn't have to have an adhesive or anything like that on there. I don't know what it is with Colourpop's formula. Maybe they should just let it go already. Let it go. Like Elsa says, let it go, because it's not working. If the glitters are not sticking on the eye and they're flaking off, then all you have is a matte that looks pretty, but it's not workable. It's useless, you know? Now, I had a lot of problems with this eye, like I was saying in my tutorial. There's a lot of problems that, you know, things were just not working out. They weren't blending as good as I wanted to. The pigmentation was changing. Looking at it right now, I had a lot of problems going with this one right here. I don't know, the brown didn't show up as much as it did. I mean, honestly, right now, if I were to tell you that I didn't use that one on either eye, I don't think you guys could tell straight up the bat, you know, oh, she did. You can see like there's a color difference or anything. I'm just thinking that maybe because I did my makeup in the like sort of dark in the room, and I was looking at my eye and kept looking at my, like, you know, this is nothing impressive. I was kind of getting bummed out. But luckily this eye came to sell it for me. It came to save it. It came to save the entire thing. And I ended up liking it in the end. So don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And hit that notification bell so you'll be notified each and every time I upload a new video. And until next time, stay warm, stay blessed, and stay magical. Bye, you guys.